Hello scholars, welcome to Fun Scholar. So today we are going to discuss the topic of data handling. This is a very fun and very short and very crisp and very useful topic for C.B.S.E. But it doesn't matter if you are in ICSC or if you are in class 7 or 6 or 8, this will be useful for everyone. Okay, so let's get it started. So first of all, what we are seeing here, that data, and the next topic is handling. So handling means that how can we handle data. Okay, so first of all, so let's see that where we use data. So just like teacher taking attendance, you guys are in class 6 and you may be watching this from since the childhood or since the class 1, that every day your teacher takes attendance, and currently in every schools the face attendance has become a mandatory thing. You have to show your face to a machine so they can take your biometry. So that is the data. Okay, the second thing is the scoreboard. You guys are maybe very familiar with the cricket game. Okay, and you can see that this is a cricketing board, though this is very much old. Okay, nowadays cricket board doesn't look like this, they have become also digital. Okay, maybe you guys are very fond about football. What we see in football matches, that 3-0 or 3-2, so these are like scorecards, these are also data. Okay, and next comes, and I already told about the school, so these all are data. So talking about data in our day-to-day life, we have seen several kinds of tables consisting of numbers, figures, names, and etc. So these all will be called as the data, and which are arranged in a table, they are called as the data handling. Okay, so talking about handling, that how we handle the data. Okay, so currently I have this remote. Okay, and in this remote you can see that there are so many things are written here. Okay, the first one, you guys can see that a big number, that is the temperature. So this is the temperature that the room is currently in. Okay, and here written that in what time, or not, or maybe not time, that what time that our current time is. Okay, and there are so many things, that how much the fan speed is, or in which direction the air is swinging. So these all are called as the data. Okay, and how we can handle this? So this is just the remote, and we can make temperature goes up or down to make this room is more warmer or more cooler. So this is the handling, and by learning this chapter, data handling, we are going to handle all this kind of data as per our preferences. Okay, so let's go to next one. Okay, so let's learn the actual definition of data. Okay, a data is a collection of numbers gathered to give some information. Just like examples, marks of students of a class, heights of girls and boys in a class, number of bicycles sold in different years by a company or a shop, and number of students liking various games, food, books, and etc. Okay, so these all are examples of data, and by arranging them we are handling all the data. Okay, so let's go to the next one. Okay, so let's watch a video that how do we classify data. So the video will be
one says 60, and so on. Now you want to analyze this data. So you want to know the highest mark scored in the subject. Think about how you would approach it. The first thing you would do is browse through the first row. You see that 20 is the highest. Then you browse to the second row and see that 21 is the highest. So 21 is the highest until now. Then you scan the third row and do not find a number higher than 21. So 21 is the highest mark scored by a student in this subject. What about the lowest mark scored? You would follow the same procedure of scanning each row and ultimately find out that it's 11. There is no number lower than 11 in this set. This data that we directly get from people and which is not organized is called raw data. What can we do to make life simpler? Yes, we can classify the data. This is one way to classify it. We have arranged the data from the least number to the highest one. You can see that it's 11, 13, 14 and so on up to 21. We have arranged the data in ascending order, lowest to highest. Now look how simple it gets. What is the highest score? The highest score is the last number in the data, 21. What about the least mark score? The least mark score will be the first number you can see in the list, which is 11. There is another concept called the range of data. It is defined as the difference between the highest and the lowest number. In our example, it will be 21 minus 11, which equals 10. Answering all these questions gets really easy if we organize the data well.
Okay, so from this video we have learned that what the data is and how can we arrange this kind of data, and so that we can get information from this data. Okay, so let's learn how can we churn information from a given data. So we learned that how can we classify the data, and so let's see some examples. Okay, so recording data examples. A class is preparing to go for a picnic. Choice of fruits of 20 students of the class is noted for distribution during the picnic. Okay, so Raghav is taking banana, Bhavna is taking apple, and like this similar kind of Preeti, Amar, Fatima, they are taking different kind of fruits. Okay, so what we are seeing that there are so many people who are taking apples. Okay, let's think this is an apple. Okay, let's put it red. Okay, so from this point we have learned that we can just, this will be, yes, so apple is red, so I have pointed red to the every apple they are taking. Okay, next comes banana. So banana is yellow, so let's make yellow dots after them. Okay, banana yellow, banana yellow, banana, 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 banana. Okay, because banana is yellow, so I am putting yellow marks after everyone's taking banana. Okay, next comes guava. Now tell me, guava is what? Guava is green, so I am giving green dots to every guava here. Okay, and then comes the orange. Okay, and eventually we also have orange dot, so orange will be noted as the orange dots. So tell me about seeing the dots. Okay, and if you can't see the dots, I am giving arrow, red, 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 red and red. So there are 5 red, so red means apple. So there are 5 people who are taking apple. Okay, and the next is banana. So here are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 yellow dots. I am not writing it again. So 8 people are liking banana. Okay, so yellow 8. Next comes the green. The green is guava. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So green for guava are taken by 4 people. And now that is orange. So orange are for orange. Orange is for orange, and orange is taken by 2 people. So there are total 8 and 5 13, and 13 and 4 17, 17 and 2 19. Okay, so 20 students are, maybe we have made a mistake a little bit. 1, 2, 3. Okay, orange is taken by 3 people, so it will be 3. Yes, so 8, 5, 4 and 3 will be 20. So here are 20 people who have chosen 4 types of fruit. So these 20 fruits have been distributed to 20 students. 4 type of fruit. There are 24 type of fruit distributed to the 20 students, class students, and here is the table and here is the representation of the data. So this is the actually data handling looks like. समझ में आया सभी को? तो चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं. So what did we learn from this? That to record the number of fruits required to be taken for the picnic, the monitor of the class made 4 squares on the floor. Okay, so we already learned that how many fruits will be get by how many people and in what kind of order, and now we have to discuss about this in a broad manner, that to record the number of fruits, the monitor has decided to made 4 squares on the floor. Okay, every square is kept for the fruit of one kind only. So if they made a square and write banana, B for banana, O for orange, G for guava, and one thing, what they say, apple, A for apple. Okay, she asks the students to put one pebble in the square which matches their choices, i.e. a student opting for banana will put a pebble into the square marked for banana and so on. Just like I have did that, you can just put a green dot you can just put a green dot to tell that you like banana, just like this. Okay, and the similar way, oh sorry, not green dot. Okay, and here I am just thinking about the raw banana, but no, the ripe banana usually is yellow in color, so that's why it would be better that if we take a yellow color. So yellow is for banana, green is for guava, red is for apple, and the only thing that left, that is orange, so it will be orange is for orange. Okay, so done. By counting the pebbles in each square, she can quickly tell the number of each kind of fruit is required. Okay, so in a class like I have gathered and I draw up these 4 square, like a square, and made 4 boxes, and tell the students that which fruit you like, you come and put a dot for that. Okay, or write something for that. So in the last, I can just count the dots or making the writing as numbers. I can just tell that how many students are liked by how much kind of fruits. Okay, she can get the required information quickly by systematically placing the pebbles in the different square. Okay, so this will be the easiest process to know that how many fruits do I need, or how many kind of fruits are liked by our student, or student like how many kind of fruits, and how many kinds of fruits I have to get to please my students. So these all can be done just writing these boxes. Okay, you don't have to ask everyone that बताओ आपका favorite fruit कौन है, ऐसा. तो so these are the data handling, so by which mathematically we can solve questions. Okay, so let's go to the next one. Okay, तो देखिए, so this is the, like I have already done it by just putting right mark here, and they have done it just by putting yellow, like yellow for banana, red for apple, orange for orange, and green for guava. And 3 people are liked by 3 people likes orange, so there are 3 dots. 4 people likes guava, so there are 4 dots. 5 people likes apple, so there are 5 dots. So these all can be done by you and done by the students, and you also can done this kind of data representation just by putting a right here. Okay, let's go to the next. Okay, this is one way of recording the data. Okay, so what we have just did, that we have record the data. Okay, but if there are more number of students, then the recording of data will become tedious. Okay, so we need to organize the data systematically and efficiently. Okay, so so just think that there are total 500 students, and you made 4 boxes, and you have given choice of 4 fruits here. Okay, let's say one is apple, another is guava, another is banana, and another is orange. Okay, and you one by one you started asking every boy to come and write. If anyone write 1 for apple, so then the second one who will come will write 2 after the apple. Okay, if anyone writes 1 in orange, so then the next one who likes orange will come and write 2, and then will write 3. So this is another kind of process which you can count a number of students, or number of students liking the fruits or taking their data, by taking their data. But what they have called us that if there are so many number of students, so the recording of data will become more tedious. Okay, so it will be like if I ask you to come and give a right mark in the apple box, and here are maybe 500 or 5000 students, and if they come and put a right mark, you won't able to count that how many right marks are here. Okay, let's do it for guava. If I come and told boys to put a right mark in this box, so it would be tedious job to count all these dot marks. Say it. Okay, so to solve this kind of questions, what we actually need? Yes, we need tally marks. Okay, so what I already did here, that I started with giving this kind of point, and now we have already told you that you have to count this one. Okay, just like in the first one, that we already know that there are 8 students who likes banana, so I can write this kind of arrows or any kind of sign. Okay, if you like, you can also draw an orange here like this. Okay, or you can also draw a banana like this. Okay, but it would be better that you don't have to draw something, you just put a small tiny sign. Okay, so here are 8 signs of arrows. So it will be 8 bananas. Okay, 3 orange for 3 arrows, 5 apple for 5 arrows, and 4 guava for 4 arrows. Okay, but what about, okay, so what does the 1, that means that this arrow indicate the number of students preferring each type of fruit. How many students were there in the class? Which fruit is the most preferred one or the least preferred? So these all kind of informations we can get by seeing this chart. Okay, so here are 8 arrows, that means that 8 students are liking banana. So banana is the top, and the second most popular fruit in the class will be apple, because 5 students are liking apple. So banana is the most liked fruit and apple is the second most liked fruit, and orange will be the least liked fruit because 3 people are liking orange to take here. Okay, so these all kinds of things we can get from the previous data. Now let's see that instead of this, like this arrow, and I have already told that if I told you to count all the dots here in a small box, so it won't be possible for anyone to count all this. Okay, so instead of this we can use tally marks. Okay, and what about the tally marks? To get particular information from the given data quickly, the data can be arranged in a tabular form using tally marks. So what are the actually tally marks is? So we are going to learn it in this slide. Let us learn how to use of tally marks. When the observations are large, it may not be easy to find the numbers by simply counting. Okay, so when there are large number of data, so we can't just get the data just simply counting. So we make the use of tally marks. Tally marks are usually marked in bunches of 5. Okay, bunches of 5. These 2 words or sentence you should remember always. The first 4 tallies are marked vertically, the 5th tally in a bunch is marked diagonally across the earlier 4 is. Okay, so let's understand it with better options. So before learning that, let's watch a video that what our tally marks actually are. So
What if you wanted to take a survey to know which is the most popular sport in your region? Of course, you cannot ask everyone, so you decide to ask 30 people in your region. You have classified your survey into 4 categories. 3 of the most popular: cricket, football, tennis, and all others under other sports. So the first person you meet says he likes football. So you write a 1 here. The next person says she likes tennis. So you write a 1 next to tennis. The next person says football. So you write a 2 here. We want to count how many people fall into each category. So out of 3 people surveyed, 2 like football and 1 person likes tennis. The next guy says cricket. So you write a 1 here. The next guy also says cricket. So you write a 2 here. So out of the 5 people surveyed, 2 like cricket, 2 like football and 1 likes tennis. Then someone else says baseball, and then someone else says football. What do you notice? It gets a bit tedious and is not the best way to take a survey. Let's understand a better way to do this. Try to understand this really well. When the first guy says football, you just put a small vertical line next to football. No numbers, no order, nothing. The next guy says tennis, so we just put a vertical line next to tennis. Then the next guy says football. Again, we just draw a vertical line next to the first vertical line. Notice that in this case, we just don't have to think what the previous number was. We just draw a line when a person names his favorite sport. The next two guys say cricket. So we put two vertical lines next to cricket. And the list goes on. So until now, 2 people have said cricket, 4 people have said football, 2 people have said tennis, and 1 person likes some other sport. Now we come to the most crucial point of this exercise. When the next guy says football, as he will be the 5th person to say so, we strike out the first 4 vertical lines. So this symbolizes 5 people. But why a slanted line? Why can't we just draw vertical lines? Imagine counting the number of people if we did something like this. It will get really difficult, and that is why, as a norm, every 5th count will cross out the previous 4 counts. Let me erase this. So after asking all 30 people, this is how our final table will look like. These are called tally marks. We can write down the final numbers in the next column. The first row has 5 and 5. The number will be 5 plus 5, which equals 10. The second row has 5, 5 and 3. The total will be 5 plus 5 plus 3, which equals 13. So 10 people like cricket and 13 like football. In the same way, we can say that 2 people like tennis and 5 like other sports.
So we have watched at what are tally marks actually. So just like we have, if we are surveying like which sports is the most loved sports, so cricket, football, tennis, so we can just simply write 1, 2, then 3, 4 and so on. But these won't be this will be time taking, as well as this won't be this won't be the smartest method to record data. Okay, so for this the humans invented the tally marks. Okay, and talking about tally marks, like if one people is liking cricket, so 1, there is football for 1, tennis 1, other 1. The next one, if someone says that I like football, so it will be 2, and then some says I like tennis, it will be 2. Then some say again that I am liking football, so it will be 3 and 4. But talking about when number 5 people is liking it, so then we will draw a line diagonally to make it or look it as 5. So it will be easier for us also to count this. Okay, instead of writing these kinds of all line, this will be a pain for our eyes to count all this, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And instead of, if we write it like this, okay, so it would be easier for us also to count it like 5. This one is for 5, 5, 10 and 3, 30. Okay, so let's see it further. Okay, so it will be like the next one. So we have already learned that what tally marks actually are. Okay, and giving a fun fact about tally mark, like when people haven't invented or humans haven't discovered or invented the numbers yet, people used to count everything as drawing these lines, and they call as tally marks. Okay, and in starting, people used to draw so many lines, so it would be difficult for counting. So then they have made a situation that 5 lines can be drawn like this. So it will be all as the tally marks. Okay, and so many people used to use this kind of notation for positive and negative numbers also. Okay, if I am writing this, so this will be called as a positive. And if I am writing this, so this will be called as a negative. These are the humans like to do in the Stone Age or something. Okay, but in generally we don't, there is no problem if you give any of this, if you write any of this, they all have the same name. What you have to do is to diagonally cross the 4 equals. Okay, done. So let's go to the next one. Okay, the next. Okay, like they have did here, and to remember this, that you have to cross diagonally, but don't do it like one for like this, one for this, one for this, one for this. Just do just maintain an order. Okay, so just like in this case, they have crossed it like from everyone from left to right. Okay, from me obviously, it's a left to right. So you have to do this for all. So first one is 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's being started from 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8. Okay, done. So let's go to the next. Okay, Ekta is asked to collect data for size of shoes of students in her class 6. Her findings are recorded in the manner shown below. Okay. So from the table, how do we get the following information? The size of the shoes owned by the maximum number of students. The size of shoes owned by the maximum number of students and the total number of students in the class. And again, how many students are there with shoe size 4. Okay. So first of all, when these kind of sum comes in your question, what you have to do, you have to write all this data in a line. Okay, so here first you try to count all the data, that how many data are here, and to count this you have to do just one thing. First count this horizontal lines, like there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 11, and here will also will be 11, and here 1 less than 11, that is 10. So 2 and 3. So the one question is already solved. That here are 32 students. Okay, and now here we can. Okay, so for me it would be easier to separate out all the numbers, all the same numbers, but it won't be possible for you in exam hall to carve out all the different numbers with pencil or sketch pen or anything. It will be time. Okay, so it would be better that if we count by from the going by row or going by column. Okay, so it would be better that if we go by column. So here are 1, 4, 5 and 1, 4. Okay, so here are 2, 5 and 1, 4, right? So we can write it like this. So from the next column we have 1, 4 and 1, 7. So done. In the third column here are 2, 6 and 1, 7. Okay, this is also done. From the next column we have 1, 8, 1, 7 and 1, 5. Done. So next, in the next column we have already 1, 6, 1, 7 and 1, 5. Okay. And in the next column we have 2, 7. So 1 will be cut and 1 will be written here. And 1, 4. Done. And then in the next column we have 3, 6. So 1, 2, 3. Done. And again we have 2, 5. So it will be 1, 5. And for 4 it is 4 fours. Okay, and here comes 2, 6. So it will be 1 and 2, 2, 6 and 1, 8. It will be 8. Again 6, 4, 7. So 4 and here comes 6 and 7. So then again it is 5 and 6. Okay, maybe it's looking like a little bit hazy for you guys. So we already got 5 fours, 5, 6, 7 fives, 10, 6 and 7, 7 and 2 8s. So now it's our job to count all of them. So it will be 10 plus 2, 12, 7 and 7 is 14. So 12 and 14 is 26 and 26 and 5, 31 maybe. And if here this is 31 and we have already counted here 32 students. So maybe we have made a mistake sorting kind of. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7. So this one 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is 10. 7 will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And 8 is 2. Okay, so maybe let's see next. Maybe we are lacking for like 1 mark. Okay, if we do this in a white paper, it would be better to solve this. Okay, so they have did for the like say like 1, 2, 3, 5, 4, 8 5s, 6 10s and 7 7s and 2 8s. And maybe we have lacked 5. Like we have taken 1, 2, 3, 4. Acha. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 sevens. Yes, 7 sevens and 4 5 fours. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 fours and 8 fives. Okay, so it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 fives. Done. Right? So the tally marks looks like this. Okay? And you have to do this like in all the fresh manner to do this. So, and the answer will get the okay. The next that the blood groups of 25 students are recorded as under A, B, O and all this. Arrange the information in a table using tally marks. Okay. So they have already arranged this like we know that already that there are 4 blood groups, that is A, B, O and AB. So first of all, how many A's are there? 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A, 5A, 6A, 7A, 8A. Okay, so like they have already drawn 8 lines and for one will be tally mark or one will be calculated 5 and total there are 8 lines. So 8 number of students have A plus 2. Okay, the next is B. So let draw B in yellow line, like this one is for B 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so they have 7. You can also do this in your home or in your copy, like this method. Okay, and again we have O. So I am taking orange as for O. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So here are 6 students have O blood group, and again I am taking blue for AB. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. So here are 4 students have AB blood group. Okay. So now you can see that every given data is being circled with different color, and we have already made a list of tally marks by writing tally marks. Okay, the next one. Okay, so in this class, how much topics that we have discussed, that meaning of the word data, the need of for recording the data, and how to organize data using tally marks. So these all the things we have learned from this class. I'm going from I'm giving a quick recap about this, that this one was the first that we have learned that what the data are actually, and second we have learned the definition of data, that what data actually means. The third one, and the definition and description. The next we have seen a video that how can we classify data. Okay, we have learned that how can we make a list or table to arrange the data. Okay, and how to organize data, and then we have learned that what tally marks actually are, and why tally marks are being discovered or invented, or what its purpose. We have also learned that how means we can use tally marks to arrange or handle the data, and we have done some problems by tally marks to handle it. So this is the data handling chapter for you guys. This one was quick, catchy and crisp chapter which has been finished here. Okay, so students, okay, so all students, thank you guys. Okay, let's see you tomorrow. Okay, bye.